Welcome back, folks. Today is Sunday. I'm going to call today Super Sunday. I've got two lovely vehicles for you today, and I'm going to offer them to all my YouTube subscribers and followers first. So you've got 24 hours before I'll put them on my eBay selling page tomorrow on Monday. So you've got till 9 p.m. today when the video go live. The phone will be on till 9 o'clock. You can WhatsApp me if you want later or earlier through the night if you want to pay a deposit. But I'm going to offer these first two lovely examples to my YouTube subscribers. I'm going to call it Super Sunday, the day after Sad Saturday. It was a shame what happened to our country yesterday. We'll have certain views, but most views are most of the idiots, call them what you want, scallies, that were trashing our lovely country up and down. We're not doing it in the name of any political movement. We're all, I think most 99% of the people I speak to anyway, are against illegal immigrants. It's nothing against colour, creed, race. It is just a simple thing of coming into this country, not paying in the pot and extracting out. And most of us are agreed. What I can't understand is what happened yesterday is all the trashing of libraries, police officers. Who in their right mind wants to fight police officers? Police officers are doing their job and they are just giving orders, and they're protecting us and our children, and they're giving orders off our balmy politicians. Please, please, please go and march on Parliament. No problem with that. That's what this country needs. That's all it is. It's about taking control, being proud about England, integration. I think I need to get me rant over, but that's as far as I can see it, and 99% of people can see it. We don't want to be trashing our villages, towns, cities, looting shops. That's nothing to do with a political movement. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Back onto Super Sunday. What should we start with first? Well, we've got a 2000, this is really unique, Alistrada. And this is a 2+2 berth, and it really is a 2+2 berth. So arguably full berth. Believe it or not, there's a drop-down double bed in the top. I've never seen one of these. I've seen only 2 or 3 on the Peugeot chassis. They're mostly on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis, but I've never seen, this must have been a special build. I've never seen one with the fixed drop-down double bed. I'll show you that shortly. And on the other side, we've got a lovely 1999, again, I'm going to have a little rant about our politicians, 1999 Auto Sleeper Trooper. Lovely couple who've owned it. They've owned it for 5 or 6 years. And the only reason they sold it to me earlier in the week, they were the most northerly point north of London in the ULEZ zone. And there was a camera at the end of their road. Wait for this. The politicians have decided, because it's diesel and where they live, if they pull that off the road, they got charged £100 last week to pull it off, for me to drive it away from their drive and pull onto the motorway and bring it back to here, Camper Nerd HQ. £100. How shocking is that? They're using it as the second vehicle. They only use it now and again. Yet a V12 Ferrari, Rolls Royces, very expensive Tesla cars, all qualify for this ULEZ free zone. But the man on the street that is trying to get by, that goes for businesses as well. There's businesses that are trapped in the ULEZ zone. In fact, the camera comes across there, that Auto Sleeper. I'll talk about a few more shortly. We're just waiting for the window. Another 2 windows have arrived, if the camera can come round again, from a company called Eco Windows in Halifax. So we needed 2 windows for that. They're double glazed and they had some cracking on the inside. So those 2 windows will be going on this Auto Cruise later in the week, and that will be going on general sale, I'd say about 2 weeks' time. The point I'm coming to, that has also gone into a low emission zone. So they're having to warn customers, certain customers arriving for the windows in older camper vans and being fined. So always be wary where you're going in the country. The general one I use is Apple Maps, and that lets you know if it's a low emission zone. But this lovely couple have had to part with this vehicle that they've enjoyed just because of a balmy rule north of London. Politicians again for you. Okay, let's get on to the matter around. Let's start with Alistrada. Right then, basically, well, it's one owner from new. She's had it from brand new. There was a change of circumstances, so she had to change the logbook, I think 5 or 6 years ago. So this is all good. With one tiny little ointment, there's no service history paperwork as such, because a family friend has been servicing it for over 20 years. I'll just pull the bonnet. The last service was carried out a couple of years ago. It's covered 68,000 miles. 68,000 miles by one driver. Check up the MOT history. Whiskey 951 Sierra November Golf. That's 3 advice. Whatever vehicle you're buying or selling, you want all the information, whether you're buying a camper van, a car, it's all free information. It adds on to a HPI record, and that'll give you lots of clues. So it'll give you, the ones that we don't want to be looking at is rust and corrosion. If there's continual rust and corrosion, it's suspect. Again, you can weld it, get it through an MOT. I've got some cracking vehicles that I've welded and really done to a good professional finish that will last the last test of time. But some people just, for want of words, amateur repairs and just limp it through an MOT, and the problems are underlining, and you'll have to address them again next year. So it's always a good check. This has just had minor little mentions on the MOT. I think the last one, this has just been MOT, by the way, last month. So you've got 11 months MOT. I think we've got a cut in a tyre, so I'm going to check that. Before collection or delivery, we'll have a new tyre. What else was there on this one? There was a mention, a slight exhaust leak. I'm going to put it on the ramp and check that out for you, so that's fine. And it's mentioned a bit of corrosion on the cross member. That's a common theme on the Peugeot boxers. This is a Citroen Relay, which is exactly the same with a different badge, as well as a Fiat Ducato. What happens is the water comes down here, it drains off here, comes behind the radiator and goes down here. The good news is that the cross member here is a very straightforward. They're about £100 delivered, and they just come with 3 bolts either way. 1, 2, 3 bolts either side. Drop that down, put a new one on, hey presto. This I've inspected, and the MOT man must have been particularly pedantic or fussy. So I'm going to tidy that up, that's fine. But again, if you want me to show you a picture with the cross member before and after, that's no problem. But a new one is about £100. Fitting, just move the radiator slightly adrift, put it on a ramp, you're probably looking at about an hour's labour, £50. So again, if you wanted a new cross member, just add £150, I'm happy at that. This price is going to be £12,500. If I put that on eBay at £13,000, because of its uniqueness and what it is, it won't last 2 minutes. Yeah, so £12,500, 2 litre petrol. That one is a 2.4 diesel. Petrol diesel, if you subscribe to my channel or search Camper Nerd, a video I did last year was showing you the diesel versus petrol. So this would be ULEZ compliant for city brakes. Again, I'm not getting into the argument. Some people like a petrol. The world seems to be divided in 2024. Roughly a third of the people insist on having a petrol, a third of the people will only have a diesel, and a third of the people were happy either way as long as the vehicle's right. Yeah, there's a mention here, MOT and service, oil and filter at 68,182 miles, and it's done 68,515. So it's only done 400 miles since the last service a couple of years ago. So as I say, the lady's not been using it much the last couple of years. So I'm happy because of the age. We'll drop the oil and we'll put you a new oil in. And I'll also put, because of the lack of service history stamped up, I'm going to put you a new timing belt on. When I've done that, I'll upgrade your 3 months warranty to 6 months. So you'll have that on the bill of sale, my personal guarantee, not one of these underwritten external warranties. Incoming free advice again. I'm an ex-car dealer, been doing motorhomes, I would say full-time for over 10 years, motorhomes and cars for 15 years. It's a bit of an unknown secret really, but one of the most profitable items in the motor industry is an extended warranty that's sold off a third-party company. They're generally giving up to 50% commission to salesmen to sell them. I would never ever sell them, even in my car selling day. So if you think of buying one of these extended warranties, they're only a few £100. They've given half of it away as commission. They've got to make a profit. They just haven't got the money, the meat on the bone, to pay out claims. So they always have a way of wriggling out claims. Don't get me wrong, there's a few companies that are very good, but they're few and far between, so you need to do your research. I'm not a lover of extended warranties. I'd prefer you keep the money, keep it in your pocket, or deal with a reputable company or dealer. So I class myself as a reputable dealer, and as I say, on this particular case, I will upgrade the warranty on the engine, because I'm doing the timing belt, for 6 months. You're going to get 3 months on everything. That's the engine, gearbox, all the internals. Just walking around, this is just fabulous for the age. Absolutely fabulous. There's not much really to mention negative. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. We'll have a quick look in the back while it's here. How pretty and beautiful is that? So this is not really designed to be open, because that's the back of the fridge, so you shouldn't really need to access that, only to access your jack and brace. There's the leisure battery. I just tested the leisure battery when it came down, because a couple of lights were dim, so it's going to have a brand new leisure battery. But yeah, last lady's left you all the toilet chemicals. Can we find anything? No, there's nothing really. This is really nice. Couple of little scuff mark scratches maybe where she's been getting in there. In fact, that's dirt. It's not even scuff marks. Wow. Under the overmats, it's got extra overmats. It's lovely. So Strada, a very reputable company. As I say, they do the larger motorhomes and they do the Mercedes. They weren't even satisfied. Most camper vans will have the front seats that come out the factory. So in this case, it was a Citroen. They would have had the Citroen relay seats, and most camper van conversions, auto sleeper included, will just recloth the seats. That wasn't good enough for Strada. They fitted complete new, both captain seats, the whole base, and these will both spin round, and they're complete motorhome seats. I think it's even got air suspension. Power steering, you've got electric windows, and that's about it. Let's have a step inside. This is where it gets special, folks. As I say, you won't find another one of these. So if the cameraman, my grandson, can just step back and see. So on both of the front seats, we've got swivel seats. We've got lovely 2 forward-facing seats here. We've got a 3-point seat belt to this side and a lap belt for the passenger side. So we've got 4 seat belts. It's spotless inside. I mean, you can tell that she's had it from new. Now, here's my party trick. This button here, we lever this down, and I've got some pictures, and that comes. Pass me the camera, and I'm just going to see if it holds up. And there we have the party trick. So that is a double bed with a proper frame. We've got extra filling cushions to come away on this when it's laid up as a double bed, and you've got your proper metal framed ladders. So we just pull this up, very easy. You can see I've got the camera one hand, click clunk into place, click, and that button releases it. How good is that? There's the camera back. So yeah, it's a very unique conversion. This is probably as near as damn as you will get to a TARDIS for this size of van. This is a clever arrangement as well. So we've got one lever here. This base flops over that way. This lever here brings the back base into that position, and this lever takes that and there. So you've got a large double bed, and we've even got a lever here that brings it out. This lever's out to the side, and this table here, side, just clips into place there, and that's where you put the extra filling cushions. Crash tested, of course. The last lady's left you the steering lock in. Yeah, so we've got all the paperwork. So we've got the owner's manual, Regentel of anti-spray. We've got all the paperwork, you can see why they were servicing it themselves. And we've got all the books, but unfortunately no service record as such. There's the lady's name, and the last one owner, one former keeper, and last change of keeper was in 2019. Okay, yeah, it's got all the blinds, opening doors. We've got all the electronic panel here, mains, 12 volt leisure, drawers. What we've got here, we've got a sink with dish drain, hot and cold water, sink. What have we got? We've got a Carver heater, so that's to heat the hot water on gas. And we've also got a P4 blown air heating system. Blaupunkt rear speakers. Wardrobe at the top with extra, your camera won't be able to span in, but we've got an extra couple of cubby holes and shelves. 3-burner gas hob. We've got the lovely Smith, which never seemed to fail. Mini cooker stroke grill. We've had many of these over years and we've never had a faulty one yet. The Electrolux 3-way fridge freezer. Lots of cupboards underneath where you put your plates. We've got a control panel there, and we've got controls there for the leisure, and we've got the trip fuse box there for the mains. And I'll just move out the way. Yeah, lovely Thetford toilets, all been sanitised. We've got the tap, and that pulls out as a shower. Last lady's even left us some nice soap dispenser, hot and cold water again. Extra cupboards space in there. Yeah, it's lovely. So there, I'm happy to report, is my 2000, so it's 24 years young, Strada, quite exceptional condition. Oh, we've got the LPG cupboard here, and last lady's left you 2 gas bottles. So that is a unique proposition, folks. £12,500. I'll guarantee the engine. I will include an oil filter change, an air filter, a timing belt change, and I'll even do a couple of the jobs that are mentioned on the advisory for the last MOT, and I'm happy to deliver it anywhere in the country. All I ask is for a voluntary £100 delivery fee to cover my fuel and train fare. Okay, next one. Auto Sleeper Trooper. Obviously what I'm known for. My love for auto sleepers is well documented and known. You'll see past my, if you Google Camper Nerd or Antony Valentine or look on YouTube, you'll see me past history of supplying and advising on these camper vans. A couple of people have asked me, you must have a warehouse full of your buttons and bezels. You're known for your fussiness levels and changing your buttons and bezels. Well, here, folks, now this will give you a clue of how many auto sleepers I've, and there's more boxes inside. So that will give you a clue of how many auto sleepers I've supplied in the past. I wouldn't like to think they're a few hundred anyway, a few hundred auto sleepers alone, never mind camper vans. So on this particular one, that was the only thing inside is super spotless on Super Sunday. This is fantastic. And there's a lot of reasons why this is fantastic. It's really genuine. The only thing you would say, a couple of the stripes are just showing their age. Perhaps a previous owner has had the power washer on. I'm not quite sure. So they have a couple of corrosion marks, common themes with the T4s. This has got none of them, by the way. So sometimes, again, free advice. Always inspect round the window. This particular one is fabulous. There's no corrosion around the windows. All the wheel arches are intact. The only thing I can find is a little scrape that's been touched in here. So there's just a little bit of paint there, but there's no rust, there's no damage. It's all metal. And that's the only thing. All the wheel arches are in. Another common thing is, I don't know, on some of the earlier T4s, particularly the fuel cap tends to corrode. I don't know why, but they do. But on this particular one, this is just as it's come in. We've just given it a wash over. So we'll just walk round it generally, have a quick look. So this is a very, see what I'm saying about a couple of the stripes. So this is a very nice, usable camper van. But it's got the potential, I've changed all your buttons and bezels, folks. There's your access to the wardrobe, access to the gas cupboard. Last couple have left you a hookup cable, levelling ramps. Levelling ramps, some more free advice. So the only things that tend to not work precisely when you are not completely level is the gas. Same as the fridge at home. The gas in the fridge doesn't quite stabilise. I've had customers in the past have gone to a campsite and have reported the fridge is not fridging quite as good as it should be. I said, where are you parked? We're on a field. Oh, you're completely level. Where? Now you come to think of it. And that's why people like levelling ramps. So always make sure you're on a complete level and then your fridge will work at its optimum level. Okay, coming round again. It's lovely. Underneath the sills, underneath the arches. So we've got your mains, electric input there. We've got your fresh water tank. Always use Purely Clean. Don't use Milton sterilising tablets. Oh, this is just spotless. So it's done 131,000 miles. Some people would deem that as high. Most people would say it's well in the normal spectrum. It's 24 years old, and these VW T4s and that engine are known as bomb-proof. Full service history document. I think from memory there's 22 service stamps as well as a couple of invoices when it was last serviced. It was last serviced at 126,000 miles. So it wasn't long ago. We've got the invoice for that. I'll change the oil again before collection and delivery. Price? Under £10,000, £9,999. We've got 2 keys, it's got power steering, and that's about it. Wind up windows, no central locking. We've got a Sony digital radio, and yeah, coming around the front, we'll just pop the bonnet. But again, this is just lovely. Advisories. This has got about 7 months MOT. The last couple, again, check the MOT history. Tango 795, Charlie Kilo. Just the last couple of advisories. It's only had minor advisories in the past. Steering rack inner joint, that's a common theme, so we can sort that out for you. That's no problem. What else was there? There was a bush and something else minor. It might come to me before I finish the video. That's right. I'm pretty sure I'll take this for we'll have a look under we've got a little microscopic chip on the windscreen. I can't believe the MOT, because I don't think, I thought it was going to be over 5 mil to be even mentioned as an advisory, but I'm just going to show you that. Yeah, everything's as it should be. Anti-freezed up, so hopefully the only one that you'll be using in the future is that blue one for the wash-up water. We've got the 2 batteries underneath here. We've got the engine battery as the leisure battery. And we're going to struggle. The camera won't be able to get it because it looks like a speckle of rain. I found it, and it took, there it is, I think, a tiny little, that's it. I think a new MOT man, he just must have just gone out of the bed the wrong way. But that'll be fine. Okay. Again, front passenger. It's absolutely spotless. So the last couple had a porta potty, and which model is this? This 165 cube, 145 cube. Totally spotless. It doesn't look like it's been used, but it's definitely been sanitised if it has. Nice little cushion that goes on the top. Now, the Auto Sleeper Trooper and Trident, they have a cupboard that just about, by the scruff of its neck, just about fits a porta potty 365. I do know a couple of people that have just had to shave a little bit off the back, or just have this just slightly open there, but just about fits a 365 in there. So if you want to, just ring me up. I'll supply you a brand new 365, and I'll keep this for another camper van if you don't want to have the large one. I'll just put that out of the way. This is no exaggeration spotless. I'm not quite sure why but they're like brand spanking new. These are the curtains that go on the front rail because it's supplied with the foil covers. For some reason they wanted the foil covers, which are on the top there, and there's the crank handle for the awning. Well, this is just, it's like brand new, spotless. 3-way fridge. Wait till you see the cooker and grill. Well, cooker and hob and grill. Look at it. And this is how it came in, by the way. I didn't have to clean it. Wow. So to get a VW camper van with no rust, an auto sleeper, under £10,000. I'm being a bit cheeky with my pricing there. £9,999. This is just fabulous. Again, spotless cold water running on the sink, loads of cupboards, and look what I've done. It's the only thing that lets auto-sleepers down is the plastic previous bezels. So I've fitted new buttons and bezels all round underneath here. Look at that, typical of auto-sleeper, everything has a place. So there is your solid table, that's your small table. The L-shaped leg is in there that goes in here, so you can have a small table at the front. It's got the large chrome leg there that goes into here, and behind the driver's seat, again with a turnbuckle catch, we have the large solid table. So you can have one table, two tables, or one inside or one outside. You can actually get a Fioma 3-legged tripod, and that will go on the chrome handle or leg, and then you've got a table for outside. This is a smaller, that's a proper 2/4 berth, because you can see the double bed above in the Strada. This is what I like to call 2+2. So above here, we pull this across here, and then you've got, I would say, a 3/4 bed above there. Again, small children, maybe one teenager, but there's certainly 2 adults are not going to be sleeping up there. So you've got an extra space, or you've got extra luggage space for your bedding, etc. These side panels, really good design by Autosleeper. Totally dry, but you've got the ability to put that in that position, and that just, it'll still keep it rainproof, but you've just got that little bit more ventilation. And of course, being the Trooper headboard, that just drops down, and then you've got the same size height as a tin top VW van. Rock and roll bed, very straightforward. Lever mechanism here. I have actually done pictures of both of these camper vans, so if you contact me, ring me up and you're on WhatsApp, I can fire over you a load of pictures showing you accessories and the bed's made up. So we just pull this lever here, and hey presto, that forms into a bed, very easy, and goes back. What have we got on this one? Oh, someone has had an expensive solar panel fitted. So we've got a solar panel there, it's charging. We've got USBs that are working off the solar. We've got the very straightforward Autosleeper control panel, another mains supply socket if you plugged in on mains, and we've got a Carver P4 central heating system, exactly the same as the Strada Avanti that will blow out of there. We've got the mains fuse box, large cupboard, place there for your plates, dishes, cups, first aid kit, and a pull out there for your cutlery, knives and forks. The previous owner upgraded the lights, so they wanted low, they were very fussy about going wild camping. In fact, they'd just come back from France and they tended to not park up and plug in on the grid, as it were. So they used the solar panel and the low voltage later style LED light. So you've got an LED light there, one at the back, I think we've got one at the front, as well as a few more bits and bobs of lights. So yes, so this has got full service history. Last couple have had it for 6 years or 5 years. It's had, how many owners? 5 or 6, 5 former keepers, so 6 owners in total. Paperwork galore, service history, the instructions, and again, I'll do a couple of the advisories. I'll get my MOT inspector to have a look at the windscreen, and again, I'll deliver this anywhere in the United Kingdom. £9,999 is my price, and that will include a total 3 months warranty. It's got the 7 months MOT. If you wanted to pay extra, a short little bit extra, and have 12 months MOT, I've got no problem with that. Just contact me. My name's Antony Valentine, the Camper Nerd, on 0798 526 1078, and you can also see me on my website and further vehicles coming in. I'm going to do an extra video later in the week with showing you there's a lot more vehicles arrived and a few more due, and I'm going to have a few going on auction. But just to give you the highlights, so the Autocruise, that came in last month. We were waiting for 2 windows. They finally arrived. So that will be going up. That's beautiful inside. U-shaped lounge. Last guy, I think, has had it 10, 11, 12 years. The only thing showing its age, he hasn't washed it for a while, so we're going to give it a good wash. We'll give it a good bath and a machine polish. And the front bumper, it's showing its age. So we're either going to bring that up or paint it. This one, again, 2000 Autocruise. Now this was I've forgotten the name of it, the model name of it, but it was the top line in its day, top of the range. It's huge. And that's got a side dinette, 4 forward-facing seat belts, large double bed above the top. Inside it's got a big large Welsh dresser, but I'll show you that later in the week. That is beautiful. That's going to be going on an auction. Again, we've got no paperwork service trail for this one, unfortunately. The last owner passed away, so the family have not been able to retrieve anything. He said he didn't buy it with any paperwork, so we've only basically got the logbook, I think. However, I'll do the same and do the service, the MOT. I'll take you out on a test drive on another video and we'll go through that. So that's a forthcoming auction coming on in the next couple of weeks. What else have we got? That's just arrived. That's a nice Romahome. I sold that to the last guy, last owner, a year ago. Unfortunately, he's had to stop driving it. So that's a 2007 Romahome Outlook. That's quite unique because that has got the very rare hot and cold water and Eberspacher diesel heater. And that's the Pullman configuration. So it's got the side sofa that also has the table. And that's also got 4 seat belts. Okay, coming round, what else have we? Oh, we've got a few that's just arrived. I forgot about this one. Sorry, cameraman. That'll be going on auction hopefully later in the week, certainly in the next 2 weeks. A lovely 1994 Citroen Romahome high-low on the C15. To get a C15 now, they tend to be a bit rusty or crusty around the edges. This one is exceptional. It's got a few little marks and perfections. 24, it's coming up to its 30. It might be 30 years old now. But the last guy has had it for over 10 years. And he was fanatical. Solar panel, there's extras in it. Yeah, I've got in it a load of extras. He was looking after it for 10 years. He just wanted to modernise, so he bought a 2009 Romahome off me a couple of weeks ago with air conditioning. So he's upgraded and part exchanged that. So that will be going on sale in the next couple of weeks. This is just about ready now. We've just been waiting on a window. Again, these windows here are double glazed, and this had a crack on the outside. There was no water ingress, but it did have a crack on the outside. So we've ordered a window off Eco Windows, free advice, brilliant company, EECO, and they're in Halifax. Unfortunately, you do have to take the old window out. They will make a mould. Even Auto Sleeper use them, and the new manufacturers. For caravan windows, motorhomes, I think at last count they had over 13,000 different moulds. That's that many shapes and sizes of caravan windows. So that windows are ready. So I'm collecting that tomorrow on Monday from Halifax. This is a 2002 Auto Sleeper Talisman. So it's got the side dinette, you've got a rear forward facing 3-point seat belt, passenger swivel. That's only done 50 odd thousand miles. What's the registration? That's just been MOT'd last month. No advisories. Hotel Juliet 02, Yankee Golf Hotel. Feel free to check it out. And that's going on sale £18,500. The Romahome is already on sale at £13,500. What else? Oh, one of my favourites. So it's a long story, but Auto Sleeper, where Romahome came and have been around for ages with a fiberglass body. Auto Sleeper wanted to do, they specialise on the large motorhomes and the middle-sized camper vans. But Auto Sleeper got the bee in the bonnet and they just wanted to prove that they could do it and make a Romahome better. Romahome owners love Romahomes, but what Auto Sleeper decided to do was make a posh Auto Sleeper. If you can just quick sneak in there. Now, the lady who part exchanged this has had it for a while. She bought a larger Auto Sleeper off me because she wanted to have a full berth to take the grandchildren away. Now, this has done 140,000 miles. So that is slightly on the high side for a camper van. The unusual part about it, if you check the MOT history, Lima Kilo 05 Uniform X-Ray Sierra. Again, I do bang on about this, but it's free advice and it's the best advice for buying vehicles. Would you believe 50,000 miles was put on by the last owner in 1 year? He got a job, he was away, so he was travelling every day to work in this and using it as his everyday vehicle. So yes, 50,000 miles extra has gone on, but at least it was good mileage. It was up to its optimum operating temperature, as it were, and the mileage was covered on the motorway. I drove it back 200 miles. It's wonderful, wonderful. It drives great. So it's got the Peugeot front, 2-litre turbo diesel. There's the HDI engine. They're a well-documented bulletproof engine. So what I'm going to do on this is give it the works. Because of the mileage, I'm going to give you a timing belt, the pulleys, water pump, oil filter, air filter and fuel filter. And this will be going on auction in the near future. Hopefully in the next week if I get a chance. It'll be a no reserve auction. It just arrived last Monday, and on the Tuesday the habitation man had a look round and he just changed the gas hose and regulator, and hey presto, you have now got a new habitation certificate. Free advice again. I'm spoiling you today. Habitation certificates. Is it legal? Are they recommended? It's like the equivalent of an MOT for the rear as opposed to the Peugeot chassis. There is no legal requirement, folks, but there's lots of checks on it. So if you're buying off a reputable camper dealer, motorhome, caravan place, you would almost certainly always get a habitation certificate. I want to do them because then my mind's at rest. The main things that are checked out is for gas leaks, the gas hose, how long the regulator's been on, the mains electric, is the chassis properly earthed. There's lots of things on that checklist even I haven't got the qualifications for. So the caravan engineers have to go on courses to get passed out for these, and only those can issue the certificate. We generally say in the industry, advice is to get it done every 2 years for peace of mind. There's more checks that are done on it, so you'll be getting checked for damp, buttons, fridge. So there's lots of checks. So we generally advise people to get them done every 2 years. But if you're buying a second-hand caravan or motorhome, the advice is always have a habitation certificate or have it checked out and checked out. Right, look at this line, folks. So this one's just arrived. However, it just arrived. A lot of my vehicles, people ring up and they're sold already. People contact me on WhatsApp, say my requirements, and they stay on a waiting list, as it were, for a particular model. This guy was waiting for a particular model. So this one is the Auto Sleeper Palenza. It's got the two rear forward-facing seats at the side with a side dinette. It's only done low mileage. That's lovely. That only arrived on Friday, and a man has paid a deposit immediately on it. He's viewing it tomorrow, Monday. So if for any reason he doesn't like her, it's not exactly what he expected, that will be going on general sale from tomorrow. Behind it, we've got, that's just arrived. I can't get far back today. That's a 2000X Auto Sleeper symbol. That's waiting in line for the habitation man, so that will be going on sale. That's a nice one. Behind it, an Auto Sleeper Vivante. That's a rare one. That only arrived, I think it was Wednesday, and that was sold immediately off the waiting list. That's basically a symbol. Behind it has just arrived yesterday. One owner, new venture, lovely, 2005 Auto Sleeper. I'm me in my head with Auto Sleeper. That's a new venture, so I'll be processing that through the workshop. I'll probably put that on an auction, and then I'll go through it and we'll have a test drive. At the back, again, that's got to go through the workshop this week. The large one, we've got a Roadstar 630. So that's got the 2-berth above the cab and a large U-shaped lounge. What else is inbound? I think I've got a note here. There's a few more inbound. 2004 Nissan L Grand. That's a nice pop-up top petrol automatic. We've got a 2013 Romahome R10 Solo. I've got to collect that in the week. And I've got 2 symbols promised to me the last few days in August. So if you like and subscribe my channel, you'll find out the more camper vans that are coming in. But we'll go back and we'll just finish off. This is Super Sunday, so the two in question today, which I can offer for straight immediate sales, is the 2000 Strada Avanti, £12,500, and the 99 Auto Sleeper Trooper at £10,000. That's it for today, folks. My name's Antony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. 0798 526 1078, and you've got till Monday morning to pay a deposit on these two. Before that, I'll put them live on eBay. And I'll catch you on the next video, folks. Thanks for watching.